Hello, everybody. This is Buck Killer, and we're on YouTube of all places. Who would have thought that the day would come that I'd actually make a YouTube video? But here I am, at least giving it a shot, anyways. Typically, of course, you guys see me on Twitch doing this whole hunting thing for hours on end on stream. But today, I figured got a little bit of free time. Why not give it a shot? Make a YouTube video finally. Only took me about a year, but anyways, I thought what a better way to start than do a little bit of Silver Edge. Of course, my favorite map. Just kind of, do a little runabout, see whatever we can find, and maybe I can get a good hunt in and make this a good YouTube video for you. If you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, just so I know to keep making stuff like this, Guess we'll start with this mountain goat. So starting off with this mountain goat, he only went up to 99, so I'm thinking he's probably going to be low 90s maybe. 93. Yeah, good heart shot to start, but nothing wrong with that. Of course, the light brown variation, one of the better ones for the mountain goats. Not a good way, or not a bad way to start. Now, honestly, I just kind of loaded into the game and wanted to just kind of go for whatever happened to be drinking at the time that I opened it up. And it just so happens that we're right in the middle of black bear time. So I figure go around to a few of my black bear hotspots and see what we can figure out. That seems to be a really small track. So ideally, I'm going to go over here. I got a few zones kind of dotting this little bottom lake over here. So I'm going to go check it out and see what we can find real quick. And hopefully I get a good mythical, or if we're really lucky, a legendary. But at this point, with how the black bear spawns work, I'm kind of just hopeful for really any male, to be honest. I spooked this 4. I'm not super worried about him because honestly, we found a 7. Not great, but hey, it's better than sometimes finding bears. Make sure there's nothing else any better. Decent stuff over there, but I think since we're in the middle of black bear time, this level 7 is definitely the way to go. Not a big fan of this angle, but it'll do good enough. Get that 5 while we're at it. That was a little bit better. It always surprises me that the double lungs are enough to just drop a black bear like that. I would think they'd normally run off a little ways, but the 300 does a really good job on them. As we're running over here, this guy. So yeah, anyways, I don't know. It's not every day that I have a little bit of free time, and I figured might as well try out this YouTube thing. I know I've had a few people jump into the stream and say that I should do this at some point. It's just really hard, I mean, it's so difficult to plan your time out between streaming, and then not only do I have to record a YouTube video, but I also have to edit it. I also have to have a good enough hunt to make it into a video. It's something that I'd want to kick around. I want to give it a shot. I want to do it properly if I do it. So this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a trial and error sort of situation. So if anybody has any suggestions, any feedback, anything is really appreciated. Hopefully, who knows, hopefully this can be like a little secondary place for some hunting videos and stuff outside of the stream, and maybe if I really get to it, maybe some stream highlights or something like that. I can definitely do stuff like lodge tours if that's the sort of thing that anybody wants to see. I think that'd be a good way to show people what I have in there without having to always do it in the stream. Walking through the woods, walking through the brush, I can just barely see this guy. I feel like he might bolt here if I'm not careful. He's gone nervous though. And that works out. I think I had 300 meter for zeroing. It's a little bit much there, but it worked out for us. I'll say one thing I really need to get used to if I'm going to be doing this more often is just the fact that, typically when I stream, I have my light on. I got people in chat talking to me and stuff like that. I have conversation going. It's a little bit different. I mean, I'm in a dark room. I don't have my webcam on. I don't have really anything going on. It's just me hunting. And trying to come up with stuff to talk about just on the fly as I'm doing this, it's really weird. So I don't know how it's going to be something kind of like when I first started streaming, just something I have to get used to. So I hope I do, but for now I'm just going to hope that I can find some pretty nice stuff to chat about. But so far, as is the case with most bear hunts, kind of uneventful. Just a lot of culling for hopefully something a little bit better than just always getting these 7s. Whoa. Hello. Okay. Well, I'm going to ignore you. I'm running up here to, what is this called? Prosperity Pass? Yeah, I'm in Prosperity Pass. I do know there's a zone right here. I tend to kind of look over it. I don't know why, but I just tend to not come back over here to check for them. But I'm kind of thinking we might see something here. I'm not sure. Got that 4 there, but I'm not worried about this side of the lake as much as I am the other side. Hoping we can at least find something a little bit nicer, even if we find a mythical. I mean, honestly, I don't necessarily need a diamond black bear. I do have one off this map, but it was a cinnamon, and if I could start getting maybe some of the other color phases, that would be ideal. Got turkeys over there as well. But as much as I like the cinnamon one, it's probably my favorite out of all the fur variations. I would also like a plain black one as well. So I think that's pretty much what I'm going for with this hunt. And it just seems like the elk want to be there. Oh, there we go. Can't tell exactly where it's facing, but looks good enough. Now are we going to see it run out, or do we just drop it there? I think we actually got a heart shot on it. I couldn't see exactly where I was aiming, but I do think we got the heart shot out of it, actually. Well, let's just hope it's a good one. And it turns out it's just a female. Double lunged. Nothing spectacular. So I've been trying my hand at bear hunting and it hasn't gone super great. Nothing too great yet. So I figured I'd switch the time back to the morning and hit up good old Sun Sisters. Now, Sun Sisters hasn't been as hot as when it first dropped on the map. Like, when the map first dropped, I feel like Sun Sisters and Tufons were just covered in everything. And I feel like it's not quite as good anymore. But I figure early morning, still give it another shot. Maybe I can find a lucky bighorn or maybe a mountain lion or something like that. So I'm going to walk around here for a bit and see if I can't come across anything. Maybe I'll get lucky, who knows. I'll just be shooting this level 3 bighorn. I use the term bighorn loosely, but, I mean, still virtually tastes the same. Hello, fella. Oh, I did hit him. Oh, well. Oops. I don't know if it's just me. I think it's just me, because I've been seeing a lot of really good screenshots in the Discord, which if you're not already joined in the Discord, you should definitely do that. But I feel like I just have not been having much luck with any big game animals lately. Honestly, the only stuff I've really been getting diamond has been like ducks and stuff, to be honest. That's about as big as I've gotten on much big game right there. Pretty big 3s, maybe a small 4 every once in a while. But anything close to a diamond, not like it used to be. Case in point, another 3. Just about as big as it gets for me anymore. Now I guess one question I can answer here on YouTube is what my loadout is, because I get that a lot as well. And although it can vary depending on the map, I typically have 3 that stay in my inventory at all times. Now, nice. Now, I am using the M1 right now. That's definitely not my typical 4-8 gun. Honestly, my 4-8 gun I normally use is the Eckers 30-06. That's really my favorite gun in the game. However, I've been kind of feeling like changing it up lately, so I got the M1 back out for now. It's not bad. I mean, I know that's a lot of people's favorite weapon in the game, so it definitely has its upside. But for me, I prefer the Ekers. So I got that. For my bigger stuff, I definitely use the 300 from the Yukon DLC. It's definitely the best big game weapon, 7 through 9 class that you can get in the game, in my opinion. And then, of course, I have the 22 with me. You know, I love hunting the turkeys. I've gotten around to hunting a little bit more of the rabbits and the ducks and stuff like that, and the 22 is almost a must-have for those Class 1 animals. Some other stuff, I've been using the 243 with the polymer tips for anything 2 to 4. So, basically, any of your feral goats, your axis deer, any of that sort of like Class 3 stuff, and even the jackals and coyotes. The 243 is probably my preferred weapon for them. Don't use the soft point tips though. If you're just starting out, you know, definitely don't be using the soft point tips if you can avoid it. So I was using them on accident and not even realizing it. And once I made a switch to the polymer tips, it makes a huge difference. I know if you've been around the stream, you already know where I'm at. But if anybody hasn't, this is possibly my favorite spot on Silver Ridge, and it's a spot that not a lot of people check out. So if I do a little auto run and bring up the map, I'm down here in the bottom left corner. Now, not much is here, I'll be honest. However, there is this feed zone right here for the Rocky Mountain elk. Rocky Mountain elk is my favorite animal in the game. I love the way they look. I want to go after one in real life, so they're kind of the thing that I focus on the most on this map. And I've noticed about out of the, I don't know, I think I have 5 diamond Rocky Mountain elk. At least 3 of them have come off of this spot. This is a spot that is actually really good on multiplayer as well, because I feel like this is a spot that only people that have done the missions would go to, because the missions actually lead you down this area, and that's the only reason you would have a need to go over here. And it turns out that for whatever reason, if it's kind of a fresher elk herd over here, it tends to have pretty good respawns for the males over here. The bulls seem to be at least a big 4, if not a possible diamond, maybe level 5 or something like that. It's a spot that I believe on my own map I got a diamond of. I got a diamond off of a buddy's map and random multiplayer as well. It's probably my most consistent elk spot. Now, it's kind of been a little slow for me lately, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if it's going to work out for everybody or work out for me right now in this moment, but it's definitely a spot that if you haven't given it a shot, go ahead and try it. Now, if you saw where I was at, where I spawned in at the outpost, you definitely want to at least get to this building right here. At least get to this building. Typically, they'll be right here in this open area. Looks like they're right there, actually. Sometimes they'll be kind of over in this spot as well. So you kind of want to go slow once you get down over around this area. Now, what I've noticed, though, is, like right there where that female was, there we go. See, there's a decent 4. Honestly, he might be the best one in this pack right now, but typically you'll see a group of cows and maybe a small bull, and if you look a little bit away from them, that's where you're going to find the bigger bulls at. The bigger bulls tend to stick away from the main herd on this group. So if you just see a bunch of cows, don't freak out. Start looking around the area. The big bulls should be around there somewhere close. Now, luckily, I actually do have the elk collar on me. I'm pretty bad about not using collars in the game. I've tried to be better about it, but I'm still not perfect. But it just so happens I got lucky enough to have the elk collar on me right now, so we're going to go ahead and try it out. See if we can't get him to just come here a little closer and maybe surprise us with an even bigger one. Let's see. I see him through the trees moving around there. He should come in this direction. There we go, now we're hidden. Can kind of see them moving their way over here, actually. There we go. Get some movement over here. Yeah, I hear ya. Did you bring your boyfriend over? He's the one I really want to word with. But for now, just trying to see where this bull went, because I see the ladies. Trying to figure out where he's going to be at. They're already turning away. They're losing interest. Come on back. There you go. There he is. I see some horns now. So, like, for this group, it's a pretty small group compared to what I normally see in this area. But I think I'm going to get my gun ready here because these ladies might freak out a little bit before he shows up. Like if I check her, she's still calm, though. Oh, he's attentive, though. So, yeah, let's wait. He was alert, so I had to go ahead and take him. Wasn't a perfect shot, to be honest. I don't really like those front-forward facing shots, but I had to take it. I didn't want to risk it. He was right there next to that tree. He could have ended up getting back behind it or something like that, so figured it was good enough. We'll go ahead and get him out of here and maybe see what kind of respawn we can get out of him some other time. Gold. I mean, is he monstrous? Absolutely not. Is he still gold? Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe your spot wields better results. Maybe a multiplayer lobby you join, maybe there's a better one. It's just another spot to check that not very many people see, in my opinion. So, it's one that, you know, can result in some stuff if you give it enough chances. To get the weird stuff out of the way, if you don't already, I am on Twitch under Buck Killer. Feel free to go follow me on there if you haven't already. I stream not every day. I can't guarantee every day, but I try to as much as I can. And I don't know. I mean, I guess that's really it until I figure out how to do a better outro. I mean, enjoy the view. Look at that. Woo. Yeah. The mountains and stuff.